Welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're going to break down the science and the strategy behind actually achieving your most ambitious goals. How to turn those wishes into wins. So let's just start with a number that, probably hits a little close to home for a lot of us, 92%. That's the staggering percentage of New Year's resolutions that are pretty much destined to fail. So what's the deal with that other 8%, right? Are they just lucky? Do they have some kind of superhuman willpower? Or maybe do they know something that the rest of us don't? Well, here's the thing. The evidence is pretty overwhelming. It's not about luck, and it's not about just trying harder. The real difference maker, it's the system. Successful people aren't just pushing the boulder harder, they've built a better machine. So let's explore how that machine actually works. Okay, so the first pillar of this whole system is a complete mindset shift. It's all about designing your future. But instead of starting from where you are today, you've got to begin with the end in mind. And there's a name for this powerful technique. It's called reverse goal setting. As one coach brilliantly puts it, every good movie starts with the final scene. You decide exactly how you want the story to end, and then you build the plot that gets you there. So, I want you to ask yourself a really big question, and forget realistic or possible for just a second. What is the most incredible, I can't believe this is my life version of your future? I mean it. Don't hold back. Now, if that feels a little too big, a bit overwhelming, there's this fantastic little hack for it. Sometimes the clearest way to find your yes is to first get really, really clear on your no. So, what's your personal vision of hell? Seriously, fast forward 5 or 10 years. What's the one scenario that would just fill you with regret? The kind that would make you think, how did I let it get this bad? Describing that nightmare scenario, well, it creates this incredibly powerful contrast, and it gives you absolute clarity on the direction you must take. Okay, so once you have that crystal clear destination, you need a map. But we're not talking about a simple to-do list. No, this is where we build a blueprint. This is where we go from a fuzzy wish list to a strategic war plan. And this right here is such a critical distinction, the difference between a plan and a system. A plan, well, it's rigid. It's a to-do list that kind of assumes a perfect world. But a system? A system is flexible. It's a framework that actually expects setbacks and is designed to adapt to them from the get-go. According to research from Dr. Emily Belsides, thinking about what could go wrong isn't being negative, it's being strategic. It's the difference between frantically looking for the life jackets after the boat has already started sinking versus, knowing exactly where they are before you even leave the dock. I mean, just look at Michael Phelps in the 2008 Olympics. Mid-race, his goggles fill with water. He's swimming blind, but he doesn't panic. Why? Because he had a system. He'd already visualized this exact problem and had a pre-planned response, start counting his strokes. And the results? Olympic history. So the real power of a system is how it takes that massive, overwhelming vision, that badass life from Pillar 1, and just breaks it down. You reverse engineer it. What are the major milestones for this year? What key projects get you there this quarter? This process funnels that huge goal all the way down to these specific, concrete actions you need to take this week. And the key takeaway here really is to let go of this need to see the entire path. It's like being an ice climber. Your only job is to find the very next hold. That is how you conquer the mountain. All right, so you've got your blueprint. That brings us to Pillar 3, mastering the physics of progress. It's all about creating and sustaining momentum. Because, let's be honest, starting is important, but continuing when things get tough, that's everything. Captain Charanjit Singh offers such a powerful metaphor here. Think of your goal like an airplane sitting on a runway. How much power does it actually need to get airborne? Well, at 70 or even 90% power, that plane is staying on the ground. Takeoff isn't a negotiation. It's not a maybe thing. It requires 100% commitment. There is no in-between. And it is exactly the same with our goals. Those first 90 days, that's your runway. They set the trajectory for the entire year, and they demand that same 100% commitment to get you airborne. So how do you keep that momentum going? Well, you can use these simple but super powerful hacks. Design your environment. Get the junk food out of the kitchen. Gamify your progress. Put a big X on a calendar for every single workout. Monitor it weekly. And make your goals public. Tell people what you're doing. That accountability is huge. And that leads us to our final and honestly, maybe the most profound pillar of them all. Because the ultimate goal isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. It is all about identity.
As entrepreneur Dan Martell explains, true, lasting change doesn't come from your actions alone. It starts with how you see yourself.
See, most of us, we get the sequence completely backward. We follow a have, do, be model. We think, okay, when I have the result, then I'll do the actions, and then I'll finally be that person. The secret is to flip it. It's be, do, have. You have to first decide to be the kind of person who achieves that goal. That identity then drives you to do the necessary actions, which ultimately allows you to have the results you want. And this is a total game changer. You don't just set a goal to get fit. You decide to become an athlete. You don't just aim to write a book. You start identifying as a writer. This small shift in perspective, it changes absolutely everything about the decisions you make day in and day out. Because in the end, achieving the goal, that's just a milestone. It's a marker on the journey. The real prize, the true win, is the person you had to become to get there. The goal is just the beginning. The real question is, who will you become?